A magic tome.
Are you there?
A Ouija board. A vinyl record.
What's that?
Anything from books to games to face-melting B-sides of records can accidentally summon something evil. In film, the props are gateways to other worlds.
This kind of looks like your old girlfriend.
For kids on the couch, these movies can be a gateway to horror itself. The good news is they get to experience their first jump scare screams and snuggle-inducing slow burns on the couch right beside you.
Why don't you just leave us alone?
Shut up, you old cow!
Even peeking between fingers, they'll see kids fighting back to take responsibility for their mistakes. Closing portals, undoing curses, and banishing monsters with parents nowhere in sight. These films deliver scares, and with them, hidden lessons about responsibility, grief, change, and the weird business of growing up. Here are 5 Oops, I Summoned a Monster movies that prove even unholy mistakes can be fixed by facing your biggest fears. You ever snoop through your friend's stuff when they weren't home, open a drawer, pull out a notebook, and oops, I summoned a mob of monsters? In Goosebumps, cracking open one of R.L. Stine's locked manuscripts unleashes every creature from his books into the real world.
There's no escaping from us.
It's a carnival of chaos, and the lesson is clear. Imagination is a powerful tool that can tear up the whole town with werewolves, demented lawn gnomes, and a menace the size of a school bus. However, Goosebumps also shows that sometimes the only thing scarier than a horror writer's imagination is a creative kid with a plan.
It's the black flame candle.
You're a kid. You like to show off. It's immediate gratification. What's the worst can happen if, I don't know, I light this black flame candle? The answer, oops, I summoned 3 witches. The 3 witches in Hocus Pocus aren't your run-of-the-mill Puritan witch trial victims like Goody Knapp. No, this trial of terror has been locked away for centuries, and wanting revenge, they crash Salem's Halloween party vibes.
It's a pie, up a baby, up and down.
On the surface, it's campy fun, but anyone who's ever tried way too hard to impress a crush gets it. You light the candle, you face the consequences. It's a crash course in responsibility, with broomstick action and a talking cat who has 0 patience for teenage nonsense. The movie works because it says you don't need muscles or magic to fix a mess, just the will to face your fears alongside people whom you can rely on when you need them most. Growing up in the 80s, you knew not to spin metal records backwards, but you did it anyway. In the gate, 2 boys spin a record backward while reading incantations, and oops, they summoned a gaggle of demons. It turns out the gateway to hell they were trying to close is now burst open thanks to their needless needle drop. And the legion of stop-motion demons and creatures crawling out is just the tip of the Frightberg. Of course, the gate's demonic invasion goes down when Mom and Dad are out of town, because if they were there, they'd totally know how to shut down a gateway to hell. Maybe not. Maybe it's a good thing these kids were on their own. One of the scariest things about growing up is the realization you summoned a problem that only you can fix. In the end, these kids show their resourcefulness and resilience while staring down a breach from hell. When you run a fake seance business, a Ouija board can add a little drama. But if contact happens, that can change to a lot of drama. In Ouija Origin of Evil, a widowed mom and her 2 daughters try to conjure up a little business, and instead, oops, they summoned an evil spirit. Like many films in this subgenre, Origin of Evil is about playing with forces you don't understand.
As friends we've gathered, hearts are true.
Which includes your own grief. This family misses their father, and they take a shortcut. As we learn from horror movies, shortcuts make us vulnerable. Evil preys on vulnerability. The way forward is never easy, but watching this family try to shut the door they accidentally opened is a relatable struggle that I plan to never have happen in my house. It's why my Ouija board is in the attic with a note attached saying, "Keep out. This board definitely does not summon cool monsters."
As friends we've gathered, blah, blah, blah. What happened to my neck?
I'm sure we'll be fine. A Ouija board allows you to talk with the dead. That's why it makes sense a teenager grieving the loss of her father wants guidance on how to balance her teenage life with her newfound responsibilities as guardian while mom works long hours. But the contact she makes isn't with her father. She reaches out and, oops, she summoned a dark spirit. Spain's Veronica might be the scariest entry on this list because it isn't played for laughs or PG jump scares. It's full of raw emotion and for older kids only. The summoning becomes a harsh lesson that Veronica's on her own. It's hard enough being a teen navigating frenemy relationships, bully teachers, and puberty that distorts the you that you've known your entire 16 years of life. But when dark things start terrorizing little siblings, something more than teenage hormones kick in here. We see Veronica fight to protect them from the lingering impact of a darkness she never meant to invite in. And there your kid is, seeing other kids stand up to evil by undoing the messes they made. A fantastic lesson they're learning with you at their side. If you like this video, hit subscribe here on YouTube. For more lists, reviews, and deep dives into family films, subscribe to the newsletter at notanotherkidmovie.com.